and welcome to the Industry Coaches Show. Joe Cook here, once again with Head Coach Debra Clark. The women's basketball team had a great outing at the Comfort Inn Suites Classic in Moorhead, Kentucky. The team went 2-1, went 2-0 at the start of the tournament. I mean, just initially, what are your thoughts about the tournament, how you see it?
Well, I tell you, I was really proud of the weekend. I mean, anytime you go on the road and come back with a winning record, that's to be commended. I mean, the girls played extremely hard. There was a lot of, adversity we had to overcome. They continued to play and persevere. I just think the last game, Sunday afternoon, fatigue kind of set in a little bit. And then when you have a lot of young players, they're not used to playing through the fatigue and still trying to accomplish the goal. I mean, I thought we'd done a few things different. We had a little bit more fight. If we had made some more baskets, I mean, high percentage shots we missed, kept our turnovers down, it would have been a closer game. But overall, the weekend was outstanding for us.
Yeah, it definitely was. And get more specifically into the weekend, first game against Houston Baptist, you guys won by 10. Story in that game, Whitney won.
Yeah, she shot the ball really well, and tribute to her because that's her strength. I mean, she's going to have to score points for us, but I credit the team for getting the ball to her. I think that was one game thus far. We had excellent ball movement. We made the extra pass. We saw Whitney was shooting well. They did a good job of getting the ball to her. So again, a total team effort, getting her the ball where she was successful too, and then 5 for 8 3-point. We'll take that any night.
Yeah. Finished with 23 points. I mean, just stellar shooting. And then Ray Corbo comes alive in the second half. I mean, she's kind of like your little Mano Ginobili here. She comes off the bench and she'll lead and assist and steals like she did in this
does
game.
a lot. I mean, she is so fast. She gets a lot of steals. She makes plays. That's one thing about her. And she's between a point guard and a two guard. But her biggest strength is that she can make plays for us.
And then you get another rebound win. Plus 10 in that category.
Well, I tell you, we were harping on rebounds the entire season thus far, and we have out-rebounded all of our opponents thus far, which is a big plus. And to out-rebound Houston Baptist by 11, and then we came back against Central Arkansas, who was significantly taller than us, out-rebounded them by 12. Real pleased.
And then second game, probably a classic. One of those games that could probably change momentum in the season. You guys went 70-69 in overtime. A lot of things happened in that game. And you get the win, you get another rebound battle, you get another one in that. But you guys get a win despite 28 turnovers.
Right, and we're working on that. Rebounding, defense, and turnovers have been our points of emphasis for the tournament. But we can go back and say we got the victory, but we do have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. And that was a game where there was a game of runs. And we make a run, they make a run. But I commended the girls on making plays when we needed. We got stops when we needed. We didn't shoot great from the free throw line, but in overtime it was 7 for 8, which was important. And we all know about CC Chambers' 2 free throws. So that was a good win for them. And like I was telling some people, I would have felt the same way about their effort had we not won, because they fought hard, they played to the end. There was some adversity we had to go through, and they just persevered. So that was a good win for them. I was very proud of their effort.
Yeah, 4 players in double figures in that game. The 2 of your post players posted double-doubles.
Right, yeah. Tavia and Marion just really went after the boards. Sometimes I think when we play teams who are physically bigger than us, they feel they have something they have to show. And Marion and Tavia, I was just really proud of the effort they went to the boards. Sarah Daly from the guard position, she crashed hard as well. So we can just continue to out-rebound our opponents, decrease our turnovers, and make layups. Our future's real bright.
And speaking of Sarah Daly, I mean, that first game, she wasn't really in the box score at all. I think she had a rough out in that first game. Second game, I mean, she really came alive.
Well, she's a competitor. She was very concerned that she had 6 turnovers and didn't play as well as she's capable. But like competitors do, they come back the next night and redeem themselves. She came back, gave us good scoring, rebounding, excellent defense. So that's the kind of young people we have on this team who really want to excel.
How impressed are you with your freshmen, especially Chambers? clutch right there in those final seconds, and those 2 big free throws.
Well, I tell you, to be honest, when she went to the free throw line, I really felt for her, to have all that pressure on her. I just told her, relax, go make the free throws, and, we'll win the game. So I was just ecstatic and just happy for her. Her parents, her dad was able to come to the game. But she showed a whole lot of poise and character there.
And your team did as well. Responding to some adversity, like you said. I mean, your starting point guard, she goes out and flagrant technical only 7 minutes into the game.
Right.
I mean, how good is it to see your team really rise to the occasion and just pick up the slack?
Right, and they never hung their head. They never complained. They just continued playing. We talked about some people going to have to step it up. Ray Corbo had to play just about the whole second half at the point position, where that's her secondary position. She's primary at 2. So just the way everybody stepped up and worked hard together. I'm just real proud of the overall team.
And then the third game, you kind of, I guess you could say, almost a mirror image of the first game. Whitney Long got off the 23-point shot well, and then you guys ran to H.R. Harris, got 30 points, very, you say, Maya Moore type numbers in that game.
Right, we knew she was a good player going in, and you can't tell by the stat sheet, but we were supposed to be giving her extra attention. We knew she could score points in bunches. She gets up and down the floor, and that's one team size-wise. We matched up well, but they were so fast. I mean, they were scoring very, very fast. We didn't get back well in defensive transition as we needed, but it was a learning experience, and had we made some plays at different times in the game, I think it could have been a better game.
And then, in the second half, you guys are up a pretty large margin. 20 at halftime. As a coach, what do you try to do strategically, mentally get the players prepared to kind of get back in the game? Do you kind of set small goals?
Well, we tell them we have to get it back one possession at a time. We need stops on defense, and we need to score on offense. And as the game was getting down, we had to score when the clock wasn't moving. So we had to get to the free throw line, put our free throws in. But halftime, our talk was just to go back, do all the things that got us to this point. But we really had to buckle down because they were a good team. And 20 points down, you can't trade back to expect to win.
Right. And then another positive, that game, get another rebounding.
Right.
So you guys are really consistent in that.
Yeah, so I'm real pleased with the overall rebounding. I think right now we're out-rebounding our opponents by 7, which is a big plus, because this time last year there was a deficit. So we're making progress.
You guys definitely are. Very good weekend, Confidence Suites Classic. Norfolk State goes 2-1, and they'll be back home on November 27th, taking on Wofford University. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
As always, for IndustrySpartans.com for all your information on the industry women's basketball team.